One of my favorite conversations to have with my clients is change. What does change look like? What is change going to be? What is it going to do to make things change? What are we going to do to make those changes? Again, when I ask my clients, what are their best hopes? They say, well, I want this. All right, well, what are we going to do to get that? What does it look like to get there? What are the steps you need to take? And to get to those places where they want to be, they need to change. And guys, change isn't easy, or is it? I'm Chris Kourtakis. I'm a licensed therapist in the state of Michigan, and you can check us out on the web at askchrisk.com or askmetanoia.com. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. Make sure you leave some comments. Let me know what I can work on, what you like about this video, what more videos you'd like me to see. But, for now, we're going to talk about change. And change is something that people don't like to do. And why don't people like to do it? Because it's out of our comfort zone. When things are unfamiliar, when things are not comfortable, we don't like to do it. If we go back to Little League when we had to kick, hit that baseball or hit that softball, or we had to run, we had to learn how to run with a certain form. We had to learn how to swing that bat a certain way. And when it was out of the way we didn't like to do it, it sucked. It was change that we didn't like. It was uncomfortable, but we did it. And how many times have we had to get out of our comfort zone to go ask that gorgeous, beautiful woman across the street out, or that nice looking guy that's sitting at the counter and working on something, and you just want to say, damn, he's fine, and I'm going to go ask him out. That's change. That's uncomfortable. But guess what? When you make those changes and you make those leaps and you get to the other side of it, things happen, and very good things happen. So when you have a session with me, we come in and we talk about, what are your best hopes for coming in today? Well, I want to do X, Y, Z. All right, what does that look like? What does that mean to you? What are the steps that you can take to get there? And man, we're going to be talking about a lot of change. We're going to talk about what that change looks like. And you can do it yourself when you are on the driving home and you want to figure out what's the next best thing that you want to make. You're going to make a change, and you're going to have to leave something, and you're going to have to leave that old version behind you. Guys, you want to be millionaires? You're going to have to leave your old life behind you, and you're going to have to make those changes, and they're not going to be easy, and they're not going to be comfortable. They're going to be in an uncomfortable zone. You're a millionaire now, and you want to be a 100 millionaire or a 10 millionaire and move to that step. You got to leave that old version behind you of how to be a millionaire and make that next 10 million. And when you do it, the change that you're going to have to make is uncomfortable. The change that you're going to have to make is not going to feel right. But I'm going to tell you, once you get to that other side, man, that change is good. Man, that change feels right. Man, and you look back and you go, shit, I can't believe I did that. And you know what? In that moment, it was uncomfortable. In that moment, man, you're sweating. You're trying to figure out what's going on. Your heart's racing. And there's so many different thoughts going through your head. But if you listen to those thoughts, you're going to be nowhere, because you know what? Our bodies are made to protect ourselves. They want to protect us. They don't want to see us get hurt. They don't want to see us in pain. They don't want to see anything. So what are they going to do? They're going to say, don't do that. It's going to change. Don't do that change. It's going to hurt. Oh, don't do that change. It's going to increase your heart rate. Don't, do those different things. But guess what? When you do and you push yourself and you get to that other side, man, don't you love it on that over there? And when you look back and you say, man, I can't believe I did that. And it's so fun to look back and say, I accomplished that. I did that. Holy shit, I didn't think I could fucking do it, and yet here I am. I didn't think I could get the hot girl because I didn't want to ask her out, but I did, and she said yes. I didn't think I was going to get that A in that class, but I studied my ass off, and I pushed myself, and it wasn't comfortable, but I learned. And unfortunately, I don't like to go to tutors, but I did, and it made me uncomfortable and put me in a situation I don't know what I was going to do, and I got that A. That's the uncomfortable that gets us to the next level. That's how we level up. That's how we become the better versions of ourselves. And when customers come in and clients come in and they say, I want to be a better version. Great. What does it look like? What steps are we going to take? And we sit back and we say, guys, it's going to get uncomfortable. It's going to get ugly. We don't know what those unknowns are, but we just know that we're going to get a little uncomfortable, and we're going to have to live with it. We're going to have to deal with it, and we're going to have to like it. And once you learn how to like that uncomfortable feeling and those unnerves, life gets better, life gets easier, and so much more is going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not the best feeling in the world, but what is the best feeling is know that you can get through it, because you look back at every other thing that you accomplished that you said you couldn't do, and you are where you are today, and you're making, the things happen the way you never thought they would do. That old version of you back then that said they couldn't do it is now doing it. So change sucks. Getting through it, horrible. But getting to that other side and realizing that it's all worth it, there is no better feeling.